Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be doing episode number 40 of I Build Your Teams, the series where I build my viewers' teams into the best teams possible for my team unlimited and or competitive play based on how much MT they have and what their squads are currently looking like. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 13,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. This might be the last episode of I Build Your Teams this year. I may do one or two more. I haven't totally decided yet, but hopefully we'll end it out with a bang and can help some of y'all out with your squads, and really do appreciate all the support this year on this series and on the channel in general. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with this first team today, comes in from Felix. He's got 357,000 MT. Sorry. Says he's trying to save up for endgame Giannis. Not sure if it's the best idea. He says his Yao has 25 hops, Big Z has 27. I was wondering what my advice would be. So, I actually like this team a lot for the most part. There are a few cards that I personally would recommend replacing. So, number one, I think actually a 27 hop Big Z might actually sell for a decent bit even at this point in the game. And also Yao with 25 hops could sell for a decent bit as well. I would sell both of those cards, and I would buy number one, a Dark Matter Yao. The Titans Yao will work. I think he's going to be an upgrade. Or Mark Eaton. Actually, I think Mark Eaton maybe is damn close to the Titans Yao as well. So either one of those guys I think would be an awesome option to play backup center behind Smits. I would keep Smits starting. Your power forwards are good, not insane. You could sell Taco and look to upgrade at the power forward position as well. But honestly, I don't think that's what I'd recommend doing right now. I think your weakest spot is your point guard position, specifically because Invincible Kobe's just not that good. I understand you spent the money on him and the VC to get the card, but he's just not that great. I think he's bringing your lineup down a bit. So for me, I would go get a guy like Lamar Odom. You could save for an endgame PG as well, whether that be a Jokic, although I guess you already have a Jokic, so a Giannis or a LeBron or somebody like that. But for me, I think Lamar Odom for much cheaper, being a buyout, is a great option. For a super affordable PG, you can slot in there. Then you could slot in, if you wanted to, an endgame power forward, somebody like David Robinson, start him and bring Shaq off the bench, and then have Rick Smits and Dark Matter Yao or Eaton at there. Your twos and your threes I think are great, although you could swap out this Bol for Pokashevsky if you'd like. I think Poku might be a little better than interdimensional Bol, but it is certainly close. And overall, this team is very, very solid, but that's a few changes that I would look to make. Second squad today comes in from Carson. He says he bought VC for Wemby only and has 350,000 MT as his budget. And his team is pretty good. I mean, he's got Jokic and Cade. I like that Jokic card. Again, I think because Cade is unauctionable, I would upgrade Jokic to Lamar Odom. I just think you're going to get a better overall card there. I understand Odom's more expensive than Jokic, but I definitely think he's a lot better, especially than the regular out of position Jokic as well. KD and T-Mac at the twos, great. Bol and Poku at the threes is also really, really good. You have Wemby, KP, Yao, and Arvydas Sabonis as well. With the MT, you have Mark Eaton is the most obvious upgrade in my opinion over Arvydas Sabonis. It's just a no-brainer upgrade. That's one thing I would recommend. In all honesty, Wemby at the three I think is good. I think Wemby's the best three in the game. I think he's the best card in the game. I think sliding him to the three, maybe selling Bol and buying another four, somebody like an in-game David Robinson or an in-game Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, I guess you could play Dirk at the three and Wemby at the four at that point, but something like that would be something I would consider targeting as well. I just think that's the main upgrade in terms of coins that your MT that you're going to spend, and then get a point guard like Odom as well, sell Bol, and then play Wemby at the three and one of those guys at the four. Or if you get Dirk, you could play him at the three and Wemby at the four. Something like that I think would be your biggest upgrade that you could make right now. Outside of that though, I do like the team a lot. I'd also probably sell Tim Thomas as well, just to make the extra MT you can out of selling him and Ben Simmons. Third squad today, and I guess fourth as well, comes in from my boy Carson. Huge shout out to Carson for letting me hop on his account for a lot of videos this year. He's helped me out a ton, so I thought we would definitely make sure to include both his No Money Spent and his main team, even though I have seen them a lot. This is the No Money Spent one first. He's got 180,000 MT, and yeah, so he's got Cade and Ben Simmons, KD, T-Mac, Wemby and Bol, Taco and KP, Yao and Mark Eaton. I would say for this team, your biggest, honestly, I kind of like AK better than Radiant T-Mac. I don't know, that's kind of maybe that's an out there take, but for me, I just like this AK card a lot. But I think point guard is going to be your biggest spot to upgrade. And honestly, as a No Money Spent player, I think getting out of position Jokic is probably your best bet, unless you want to spend a little more MT on Lamar Odom, because Jokic is so cheap now. Could have him and Cade as your PGs. I think your twos and your threes are great. Like I said, your fours are also very solid. Fives are Yao and Mark Eaton, which I think is really good. Again, I would upgrade Yao to the Dark Matter version though. I think based on selling this Yao and buying the Dark Matter, it's actually not going to be that big of a price difference, and I think it's worth the upgrade there. Outside of that, not sure you have the MT or really need to make any other upgrades. So Dark Matter, Yao, and honestly, Lamar Odom or Jokic, depends who you want to pick up as your other point guard as well. Now, his main account is incredible, obviously. I mean, he's got amazing squad. Although he doesn't have a ton of new cards. He's got KD and T-Mac, Wimby and Chet, Manute and Shaq, Yao and Rick Smits. Your 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, in all honesty, aren't really in need of upgrades. With that being said, I do think your point guard position could use some upgrades. Jokic is amazing, and he's locked in. Ben Simmons is also locked in. I would run Jokic at the backup PG, though. I would get rid of Ben Simmons out of this lineup at this point because of the release, and I would pick up a point guard. And honestly, since you have the MT, pick up Giannis or LeBron. I just think it's worth it, man. Go pick up one of the elite, insane, truly amazing in-game point guards. Go get either of those guys to start at point guard and then bring Jokic off the bench at PG. And then if you wanted to, again, a power forward upgrade, it could be an option as well, whether that's a David Robinson or somebody along those lines, or just save the MT considering you'll still have a pretty decent amount for somebody like Taco or Yao, who should be coming soon, although I kind of hope they're not coming, but I honestly think we're going to get Taco and or Yao over the next couple of weeks. So I don't know. That's about all I got to say, though, for your main squad. Fourth team today, or I guess fifth squad, comes in from Logan. He's got 40,000 MT. Wonder what suggestions I have. This team is really good. I mean, Giannis. Shooting guards actually light a lot. Scotty and Pippen and KD. If you want to bring KD off the bench, that's fine. Because KD's obviously better than Scotty, but I assume you like having the end game off the bench as well. I'm totally fine with that. Wimby and Poku is great. KP and Artist, very good as well. And Mark Eaton and Smits. I would swap this. I would start Smits and bring Eaton off the bench. I think Smits is the better card, but they're both great centers. Your one card that I don't love is LaMelo Ball. I just don't think Invincible LaMelo is that great. Sell him, though, and buy Lamar Odom. That's a significant upgrade right there. And honestly, outside of that, I don't think you're really in need of major upgrades for this team at this point. It's mainly just that point guard position. I don't love LaMelo. I think he's a little undersized, and I just don't think he's that great of a card at this point. He never moved that good this year either. I never really liked any of the LaMelo cards we got all that much. Like, they were always good, but not insane. I don't know. Just my opinion. So I'm not sure. That's probably what I'd go with for your team, though, is Lamar Odom. And then second to last squad comes in from Scooby Jones, and he has 160,000 MT. He's got Jokic and Ben as well, has Manute locked in. So he's got both those PGs locked in. T-Mac and Terry at the 2s is good. I would consider a guy like Danny Granger, who's gone down in price a lot, or Andre Karolinko, either of those Invincibles, as upgrades at the shooting guard position. You can have T-Mac or Terry, whoever you prefer, off the bench. Wimby and Bulbul obviously is insane. Don't need to swap that out, especially since Bulbul's locked in. Manute and Taco works, and then Yao and Artis. I still think I like Mark Eaton a lot better than Taco at this point. For me, I'd go Artist back up 4, Mark Eaton back up 5, and sell Taco. I think that's an upgrade. Outside of that, with your 160,000 MT, yet again, I'm going to recommend Lamar PG. I just think when you can get a 6'11 Invincible PG with an incredible release and really good movement, you kind of got to do it. So Lamar and Jokic as your PGs could be incredible, and then I would pick up Mark Eaton and move Artist to the backup 4. And then I would say a shooting guard like Danny Granger or Andre Karolinko as well is a great option. Final squad for today's video comes in from, I'm going to try to pronounce this name, and I'm going to butcher it, but I think it's kind of funny. Nika Amirkanashvili. Is that correct? If you're watching this video, let me know how I did on pronunciation. I apologize if I absolutely butchered it. But 500,000 MT with this squad is amazing. Penny and Cade, 2 incredible PGs. Although I will say I would probably pick one of them and add another guy with size at the PG position. It's up to you how much of your MT you do want to spend on that position. Outside of your point guard position, you don't really need a ton of upgrades, although I would still say sell KP, buy Mark Eaton, upgrade the center position. Kareem and Artist as well as Yao is incredible, of course. Wimby and Bulbul is great, although you could swap him out for Poku if you want to save a little bit MT, because I think Poku's on the same level as interdimensional Bulbul. And then one of those shooting guards, Danny Granger or Andre Karolinko. With that being said, all of those upgrades are really not going to cost you a ton of MT, which gives you the choice at the PG position to pick up pretty close to any point guard in the game that you want. So you could go with a Jokic, a Giannis, and a LeBron, or save some MT and go with a Lamar Odom, just to give yourself some more size next to Penny or Cade as your other point guard option. If you do have Cade from the locker code, I would just stick with him simply because he's unauctionable and Penny is worth MT, so that is up to you. But that's about all I got to say with the squad as well. So that is another great team, and these are all really good teams, to be completely honest, but hopefully my tips did help you out a little bit, and I hope you all did enjoy this episode. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.